Hi besties, welcome back. Thank you so much for all your support watching my videos. I am doing the breakthrough series. This is my last video on that, but I will be obviously putting up more videos. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments and I would be more than happy to do readings on that. For today, I am doing what is the energy leak in my life right now. Okay, we've all got energy leaks. We all have things that we don't realize makes us feel down. Sometimes we overlook things. I thought this would be a really nice one to do. Okay, so stay with me. Let's ask Spirit, what is the energy leak in my life right now? Okay, hope you all are doing well, having a good week so far. Whoopsie. If you're interested, you can check out my other channels on Instagram and I have a Facebook page. I do live readings there as well. I am a psychic medium, but I love doing cards. And I love helping people actually. This is my number one. My number one goal is to help people and help animals. Okay. So the number one energy leak right now is your scattered thoughts, right? Your mind is slightly scattered. You don't know which direction you really want to go in, or you are deciding what direction that you want to go in right now, okay? You need that kind of control and you want the control, right? But at the same time, you don't know which direction to really go in. You don't know what it is that you really have to do. It almost feels like you are extremely overwhelmed right now, and it's understandable. When we have a lot of plans, we do tend to overwhelm ourselves because we want things to work so quickly. We want it to work. But Spirit is saying, as much as you are really struggling right now with the struggling to put things in order, basically is how I'm being told, because there's such a necessity that you have that this really needs to work. This really has to happen right now. And it almost feels like you feel like you're being unreliable to yourself. There is some cruelty. I don't know if you're putting yourself down, but that's how I feel like it is, that you are putting yourself down. Almost like you're at a point where you know what it is that you have to do, but at the same time this doubt keeps creeping in and you tell yourself why it won't work. Okay, so this is where that energy leak really is coming in, because you don't know that this is not going to work. So don't decide already that whatever it is that you want to do is not going to work. Spirit is saying there is power inside of you, but you're so thinking of all the bad things that could go wrong instead of thinking about what could actually go right? You are right now, it's like you're in competition with yourself. You want to do better than you did yesterday. You want to be better than you are, constantly, which is, it's wonderful to be that way. I myself always strive to be better today than I was yesterday. Spirit understands that you have inspiration, the motivation is inside of you, but only you are standing in your way. These negative feelings that keep popping up, they are holding you back. It's holding you back because you keep telling yourself this is not going to work. And then you go to, oh, it is going to work. It's not going to work. It is going to work. And it's just up and down with the same thoughts, right? This is blocking your way to get to where it is that you want, right? It's also forcing you to be inactive. I feel a lot of procrastination. I can speak on that because that happens to me as well. Procrastination is the monster in my life. But you want this material gain, you want this protection, and you can actually get to it. This energy leak is just causing such highs and lows with your emotion. It's you're going up, you're coming down. It's this constant up and down motion. You need to level out your energy. Level out your energy and remember, you do have everything it is that to do what it is that you want to do. Spirit is saying you are a very, very critical person. You are almost like your worst enemy, because no matter, people could tell you bad things, but not as bad as what you can actually convince yourself. You are very much an overthinker. Spirit, can you tell us more? There's overthinking energies all over the cards, because you come up competitive, then it's no control. You come up as being cruel to yourself, then you're really passive. So you really are your own worst enemy in this moment, right? Spirit, please share a little more with us. Thank you. Yeah, you're feeling very unpredictable right now. You're feeling that things are very unpredictable. You are at a stalemate currently. Your strength is being severely tested, but it's also because you are putting so much of pressure on yourself. You keep knowing this is going to work, but feeling that it's not going to work. You are leaking yourself dry. You are really toying with your energy. Because you see, what you have to understand is right now, all your energy is being placed on the overthinking, right? So you are being drained in this way because you are overthinking to such an extent where you are working yourself up to the point of possibly having anxiety attacks, right? Your peace will be restored once you find that balance, right? Spirit is saying, find work-life balance to protect. Oh my God. God, no, I don't even think I am ever surprised anymore. But literally, that is what this card says down there. If you want to pause it, you can read it. But it says, you can prevail, right? And you are being overly careful, and there's no harm in that at all. But it says, find work-life balance to protect your creativity, right? So in between all of this, I'm sorry, y'all, allergies, #allergies. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm so random. In between all of this, the imbalance is coming in because you are constantly overthinking. This is going to work. It's not going to work. It's going to work. It's not going to work. This is not a healthy situation for you to be in. It is going to work. I don't see any reason why whatever it is that you are currently doing in your life is not going to work. And the bottom of the card literally is strength. It talks about having confidence, passion, resilience, courage, inner power. You don't know your own strength until it's tested. And that's literally where you are in this moment, where your strength is being tested, but you are also making it so extremely hard for yourself because you keep questioning, what if this doesn't work? What if? And I feel that this happens in so much of readings nowadays where people so doubt themselves, and it breaks my heart because I was also one of those people who would doubt myself and think, oh, but I can't do it. And then I would say, but I'm a medium. I help people on a daily basis. I connect with people's loved ones. But at the same time, although I can do all these wonderful things, I still sometimes feel like I'm not good enough, feel like this is not going to work. Some days I wouldn't get bookings, and then I'm like, well, is it worth it? And then I have to pick myself up and say, well, yes, it is worth it, because what it is that you are doing, you are helping other people, you're helping yourself as well, because we all need to live, right? But at the end of the day, as long as you are doing something that makes your soul so incredibly happy, we've got to do the things that we love. And I know sometimes with life, we don't always get that opportunity to do what it is that we really love. But when you find what your soul's calling is, what really makes your soul sing, like, don't give up on it. I wish I could just hug everybody. Like, don't give up on this. Don't, because this energy leak can be completely squashed, right? Spirit, what is it that we can do moving forward? Thank you. Right. Be bold. Spirit is saying be bold. Take those first steps. Make your decisions, plan, make your decisions, be dominant, believe in your personal power is what Spirit is saying. All of these thoughts are coming from, it's distracting you, right? It is a distraction. Remember, it doesn't just take somebody who is gifted in the sense where they're a psychic or a medium or anything. All of us are very, very open to energy. We all are psychic. Everybody is psychic. It's just a matter of when are you going to unlock it. Everybody is a specific percentage of psychic. I don't even care if you're 1% psychic. But remember, we all have a third eye. We all have the ability to be empathetic, right? We all have the ability for energy to affect us. So when we are thinking these thoughts that something is not going to work, that is energy. Especially when we speak it out loud, our words carry so much of energy that we can start believing in it, right? We can start believing that this is really not going to work. Okay. For example, this is a really good one. I know I'm always giving examples, but I feel like this is relevant. If somebody keeps saying to you every day that you're worthless, and they say to you every single day for a year, you would start believing it, right? Because this person keeps saying it to you. But imagine if somebody keeps saying to you, you're amazing, you're amazing, you're amazing. And that is literally what affirmations are. Affirmations are to pick up our vibration, and everybody vibrates low or high. I have days I vibrate low. I have days where I'm really high. It's absolutely normal. Our emotions control those vibrations, right? But if you tell yourself you are amazing every single day, why is it so easy for somebody else to say it and for us to believe them? But when we say it to ourselves, it is so hard to believe ourselves. But what really matters is how we view ourselves. It doesn't really matter how anybody views us. So if we're telling ourselves something is not going to work, we're going to start believing it's not going to work, right? Because we're only living in this life. Or if somebody else tells us something is not going to work, you just take it for granted, well, it's not going to work. But the fact remains is what we tell ourselves should actually be the most important thing than anybody else saying anything. So what you say to yourself on a daily basis is how you view yourself in that day. Okay, and we will have bad days where we will say things to ourselves that are nasty, that are cruel. And I have those days too. All of us do. We're human. But we need to release from that. We need to change the way that we think. If it means you making a list of affirmations every day, I have a list of 10 affirmations I say to myself every day. I stand in front of a mirror when I wake up and I tell myself, Pre, I love you. Because love starts with us, right? We have to love ourselves. In order to accomplish what it is that we want in this life, we are the ones that need to we need to know this is going to work. Okay, sorry, I rambled there. I'm sorry. But it's so important that people know these things. It's so important that we change our mindset and we change the way that we view ourselves. This setback that you have, this energy leak, you can overcome it. It is so easily, it's something that is actually in your mind that's causing the energy leak. Spirit, I just want more confirmation. What's coming in for us after we clear this energy leak? The Wheel of Fortune. Once we clear this energy leak, change is coming, chance is coming, fate, happiness, cycles are ending. You are walking into your destiny. You have strength in new beginnings. The cycle restarts. That is what we need. Luck is going to come in. Karma is going to come in. Good karma, not bad. Once we get rid of this energy leak, all these wonderful, amazing things are coming into our life. Why? Because we are thinking good about ourselves. That is what we need, to think good about ourselves. Think good thoughts, happy thoughts. You'll have your bad days. That's absolutely fine. Don't linger in it. Feel your feelings. Move past it, right? That's what I do. I would talk about it till it's out of my system, and I know my mom must be like, oh my God, this kid doesn't stop. But move past these days. Don't sit and stay in that energy. This is causing that energy leak. You feel today something's not going to work. It's fine. Feel those feelings, but move on. Don't linger in it. Don't let it stay at the back of your mind and keep reminding yourself, oh, this is not going to work. No, it is going to work. It will work. It will work because you have the wheel of fortune that's coming through. That is completion of things. That is literally destiny. You cannot, and nobody and nothing can stop destiny, even you. But your thinking can delay your destiny. Okay? So, Spirit, can you give us something to lighten our mood and know? Wow. All right, y'all. Joy. It says, like a child, I discover joy in the simplicity of life. Happiness lies in magical moments, not in the material. Even the smallest joy is a great source of light, right? So joy, you'll also bring joy to yourself by saying good things to yourself, right? We need to be joyful for ourselves. I mean, we all are unique. We all are meant to be in this world. We all have things we want to accomplish, yes, but don't stop being joyful for even the little things that you have right now. I remind myself of that every day. I might not have every single thing that I want that's material, but my mom always said this to us growing up. We may not be rich with money, but we are rich with love. And that is something that's stuck with me. Like, it's been with me my whole life, because that is so true. You can have all the money in the world, but you could be so devoid of joy, right? Money can't buy you real happiness, can't buy you love. It can sometimes, but basically it can't buy you health, right? And good health is joy. Being healthy makes you joyful too, right? So also think of these things we say to ourselves in the form of health, right? We want a healthy mind. And it's not only the body that can become unhealthy, it's also the mind. And if we keep telling ourselves negative things about ourselves, we are now having an unhealthy mind towards ourselves. Okay? So the next one is positive action. Positive action. And it says, I focus on the beauty in me and I find silence. I live and honor the present by doing what I can do now. What I cannot change, I let go of and entrust to God. That's literally what I said, where honor what it is that you have, and by doing what you can do right now. And in that, basically, don't decide that something is not going to work. Don't decide that. You don't know for sure that it's not going to work. It will work, right? So really change our attitude towards ourselves to get rid of this energy leak, and things will start moving up. This is your destiny. Your destiny is waiting right there for you. Okay, we just got to change the way that we think. Like I've said before, if there are questions that you want readings on, pop it in the comments. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is my last episode of the breakthrough series, but I will definitely be making more interesting videos. And yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. Okay, bye.